We're joined now by Maryland players Cheyenne Sellers, Sarah Tabiasu, and Kayleen Smeichel. Floor's yours. Who's got the first question?
In front of you guys, Ben Geffner, Diamondback. Alabama's another high-scoring team. You know, what's sort of the prep like on the defensive end, and does the prep change at all during this quick turnaround in the tournament?
I think, the defense stays the same. We be aggressive, make them uncomfortable. Obviously, they play in the SEC, so they're used to being aggressive. So we kind of just have to match that energy.
Jay Alter with ESPN. Sarah, we talked after the game yesterday, and you were talking about how much your confidence has grown throughout the season. I'm curious for Cheyenne and Kayleen, how have you seen Sarah's confidence grow throughout the season?
Confidence, and I can see the way she leads us. She's a lot more vocal now. She's a lot more confident in taking her shot from the beginning. I just think that it's just time from transitioning over. She's a great shooter. I know I'm always telling her, shoot the ball. I tell her she missed the open shot. Like, we need those shots she's going to take. Yeah, she's becoming more of a leader for us.
Max Schaefer, Testudo Times. This is for any of the three of you. The game really changed in the second half when you guys kind of got into it offensively, the three of you kind of all at once. What can you say about how you're going to try to start the game offensively against Alabama, obviously knowing that you don't want to go in a hole early if you can help it?
Cheyenne, do you want to go first?
Yeah, I think we need to come out, like I said, aggressive. Can't start slow. I think we have to put the pressure on them early. We're going to go as far as we want to go if we bring the right energy. Yeah.
I think also we're starting to make the right plays. I know, like, the first half we had like 16 turnovers, something like that. But I think we just started to make the right play and just playing for each other, and then that just works, yeah.
Matthew News, Diamondback. Alabama is one of the best three-point shooting teams in the country. I think they shoot it just under 39%. After Michigan hit 12 in the Big Ten tourney, what's kind of like defensive approach, to kind of close down the perimeter tomorrow against Alabama, one of the best teams in the country?
I would say just make them uncomfortable, just being aggressive on them on defense, and it's going to take all of us to just talk and communicate so we can make the best game we can, yeah.
Yeah, I think also just like making sure. They're going to shoot threes, but I think how many of them can we make contested, make them tough.
More questions? If not, we can let Cheyenne, Sarah, and Kayleen take off. So thank you guys for joining us, and good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
You have a question? Go ahead.
A reminder that Hammond Communications will post a recording of this press conference in the NCAA Digital Media Hub at ncaa.veritone.com, and transcripts are provided by ASAP and will be posted shortly. Thank you for joining us. Courtesy to your fellow media members, as well as the coaches and student athletes, please silence your cell phones. We also ask that you please provide your name and media affiliation each time you ask a question. If you're joining us via Zoom, please use the raise hand function. We'll take questions in the room and go to Zoom if time allows. And recording of this press conference on your cell phone or another camera is prohibited. We're joined now by Maryland coach Brenda Frese. We'll give her a moment for an opening statement, then we'll take questions.
Yeah, good afternoon. Excited to be here. And March Madness is all about survive and advance. We're grateful to have another day, one of the last 32 teams remaining. Really proud of our poise and our composure against a really good Norfolk State team that hadn't lost this year. I thought we were able to put, a really complete 20-minute game there in the second half and kind of settle into our nerves and our jitters. But, as you advance, every team gets better. Alabama have a lot of respect for Coach Curry and her staff. I mean, really well coached, a friend, very experienced team. They pride themselves on their grit and their ability to shoot the threes. Is really, really lethal. It's a talented group, a lot of 3 grad seniors, a lot of experience, 4 double-figure scorers. So it's going to take a complete 40-minute defensive effort game for us and playing the way that we know how to play.
Questions?
Max Schaefer, Testudo Times. Coach, I'm just wondering if you have an update on Saylor Pothenberg's ankles. She doesn't really seem to be at 100% since she has played. Do you kind of expect her to be able to play more tomorrow, or you're just kind of filling it out?
Yeah, no, she's cleared. She can play. She's not on a minute restriction. It's when, kind of more of her settling back in. We're hopeful that she's going to be able to play a lot of minutes. I mean, they present a lot of problems with their 4-guard lineup, and we know the success that she's had in the SEC and having played in that league. So she's healthy and she's ready to go.
Hey, Coach. When you played Alabama a few years ago in the tournament, I think it was their first time back in a while under the current coaching staff, and I'm just wondering how much you've seen them grow as a program since then, and sort of what kind of challenges they're going to prevent this time that maybe they weren't able to.
Yeah, well, it tells you from my end. I don't even recall that. I've had so many games under my belt. I've had that most respect for Coach Curry since I was the head coach at Ball State and she was at Purdue. That's how far back we go. So she's always had her team ready to play. They play at a really high level. They do things the right way. And her kids, they're experienced and playing to get back home, and they'll have a lot of motivation.
Hey, Coach. Kind of touched on it yesterday, but Allie had another strong day on the offensive end, kind of similar of that Iowa State game last year. How big is her impact when things might not be going well on the offensive end for her to step up?
Yeah, Allie was huge last night. I can't say enough. I mean, that opens things up for us when we have that inside-outside game, and they can't, just focus in on 1 or 2 matchups. So when we have our perimeter game going, and then that inside attack, with Allie, with Chris, with our bench, it's really impactful. So love, this is who Allie is, and the confidence that we need her to play at.
More questions? There we go.
Hey, Coach. You just mentioned the bench. Mira McLean was another one that came off the bench yesterday. Big defensive effort. Is that kind of the role you see for her? Going forward. Being a big lockdown defender. Playing really good defense. Down the stretch.
Yeah, clearly athletically, defensively, rebounding, she can score for us, but the job she did on Diamond yesterday, it can't be said enough, just how impactful she was for us. We're going to need that against Alabama with their 4-guard lineup, and that's who she is. I mean, she is a high motor, makes an impact as soon as she steps on the court.
I'm just curious, is there specific advantages you're looking to press against them tomorrow? Maybe with the 4-guard lineup, are you really emphasizing rebounding? I mean, I know you guys always are trying to beat teams on the glass, but is there specific advantages you see that you think you guys can press tomorrow?
Yeah, I think at this point you are who you are, and Alabama is who they are, and shooting the three, and as well as the presence that they bring on both ends of the floor. They're a tough, gritty team, and then from our end, yeah, I mean we've when we're a connected unit defensively, there's a lot of things that we can do on the glass. We've shown that all season long. Getting to the free throw line has been big as well, but in these type of games, it's who wins out, right? We know Alabama's going to shoot three, and we want to limit that, and they know that we want to get on the glass, and they're going to want to take that away from us. So it's really which team can kind of out-battle the other.
Alabama is one of the best three-point shooting teams in the country, and then Michigan in the Big Ten tournament, I think they hit 12 in that quarterfinal. What has to change from that game against Michigan to tomorrow, to limit Alabama with all those opportunities from three?
Yeah, we just have to be more connected. We were out of rhythm in that game. Obviously foul trouble impacted that, Sailor's injury as well. So you didn't have the continuity. We're in a better place now with the rest and getting everyone back to being healthy. But it is, it's who can get who in foul trouble. Cody was impacted last night for them, for a big part of the game, but then came back and showed the presence that she was. And same thing for us. I mean, we need to keep our players on the floor.
Anything else for Coach Frese? If not, thanks for coming, Coach Frese, and good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.